The process of organizing our materials and our quotes as we are going through all of our research can be a little daunting. This video is to help break down that process and hopefully make it easier on you. So as we go in, I want you to realize that we are focusing on one article at a time. Yes, we have 8, 10, or 15 that we're going to have to read over time, but for the moment, we're just going to look at one, and we're just going to do this entire process to one article and then move on to the next article and repeat the process. We're going to open up a dedicated Word document. You can name it whatever you want to, but it's just a blank document to start off with. We're going to copy and paste our citation in there. We're going to get our quotes from our resource, 1 to 2 sentences per, and we're going to keep track of our page numbers. Then you're just going to need the article that you're reading, whether it's a digital or a paper article, whichever works best for you, and then a paper outline. I like to have that open if that's your process. If you don't know what I'm talking about or you don't do that, check out the video on 5-point essays. As we're reading through the article, I want you to focus on the intro, the lit review, the discussion, and the conclusions. Those might be the same things or be broken out into different pieces depending on what article you're reading. For more information on those aspects, definitely check out this website, pause the video, and jump over there, and that'll break down how to read a scholarly peer-reviewed journal article in a pretty quick way. So on our dedicated Word document, just like I said, we're going to copy and paste our citation. We're going to edit it and make sure that it's perfect APA so that if we put that into our actual paper, then we don't have to worry about the APA for our reference page. We can just copy and paste it straight in. You do the hard work first and then make it easy on yourself later. Then we're going to copy and paste or write your quote out depending on how you're reading your article. And we're going to put that into the document, and then we're always going to include page numbers since you need that for APA. All right. And then we're just going to rinse and repeat that as needed. We're going to go through the document for every one of our quotes. We're going to do the same thing. As soon as we're done with that article, we're going to jump out, get a new article, and do the whole thing over again. So let's go ahead and open up an article. I've got an article right here. I'm going to go ahead and grab my citation from the APA that's down here. I'm going to open up my Word document and just paste it straight in. Okay, so this article should look pretty decent according to APA. Then I'm going to jump over, going to grab my PDF full text since I'm just going to read it in my browser. And then I'll just make that a little bigger so it's easier for you to see. I'm going to come down and let's go ahead. Those are keywords. And we will grab an entire quote. Jump back over to the Word document. You can use bullet points if you want to, but you don't have to. I like to do that just to keep them separate. And then the last thing we have to do is make sure we have our page number in our document. And there you go. We're going to repeat that process. We're going to read through this entire article. All those sections that we talked about earlier. We're going to grab everything out of here that we think might be useful in the future, and we're going to paste it in here. If we end up not using all the quotes because of how our paper ends up being structured at the end, that's totally fine, but we know that we've got all that information. Then, when we start to write our paper, instead of jumping into 10 or 15 PDF documents or looking through all of our highlights on a printed off article, we actually have all of our quotations in one spot, in one document, saved in the same folder as our paper, and then as you're writing, you just have one document that you have to reference as opposed to a bunch. So that's just a really quick rundown on how to do it. That's the process that I like to use, and hopefully it helps you manage your materials a little bit better. Good luck.